Welcome back to That Dad Guy. It's May 26, 2023, and today it's a little bit dreary. I've got my sweater on because it's only 8 degrees. It's been raining on and off yesterday and today. And yeah, it just kind of feels like winter today. But tomorrow is going to be 24, I think. And then Sunday is 27, 28. So we're going to feel like summer has hit us just overnight. And that's good because my lawn is getting so long. In May here, we have no mow May. I don't know if you have that, where you're not supposed to mow your lawn for the month of May. So the bees get a chance to do their thing and get to the flowers and stuff. But my lawn is getting long. So we will see if I make it the full month of May or whether I will bring out the lawnmower on Sunday to try to get some of it cut down. Most of my neighbors now gave in this week before the rain hit on Thursday and mowed. I seem to be the only one in my surrounding area that hasn't done it yet. So we will see. I mean, June is only the middle of next week. So I've done pretty well if I make it till Sunday or not get it till the next weekend. But let's get into today's stuff. I've got post-crossing cards that have arrived, direct swaps, some subscriber mail that showed up too. So let me show you the official ones first. We've got this really cool one, Use the Force. We've got Star Wars, Lego. This is an older card too, based on the logo and things that are here. It comes from Finland. It comes from Amma, and she's a 30-year-old graphic designer. She said she got into post-crossing through her girlfriend, and she had this perfect card for me in her collection, which she did. And they said the sticker on the back, this one here, came from a Kinder Surprise. And there is the stamp. The special thing about the stamp is the guy on the stamp is an illustration by Tom of Finland. And it says she and he shared a birthday this week, but he's dead now. That's kind of morbid at the end, but that's the way things go. You live your life and eventually it comes to an end. Nice stamp, great postcard. Thank you, Amma, for that. This next one comes from Japan. And what was really cool about this is it only took 12 days to get from Japan to Canada to me. That's almost similar to what it takes to get from some of the European countries to me here in Canada. They're usually about 8 days, but 12 is fantastic. It says her name's Tats from Yokohama. Wish you all the best, stay healthy, and enjoy the season. And there are the stamps. Very nice. And she's even got a bunch of hedgehog stickers on there. Really appreciate that. So thank you so much. Next card comes from Germany. And this comes from, it says, greetings from a meeting in Leipzig. It was yesterday when they sent it, so the 14th of May. And this was the first meeting that they've done. Use the post-crossing stamp. We've got all the attendants that were there. And Arlette, I believe, is the one that sent it. Yeah, Arlette. And there's his stamp, or her stamp. This next one also comes from Germany. It's a scene of season gone by. Yes, a reminder of winter, which we're glad is in the rear view now. It says, this is best regards from the beautiful town of Freiburg, sent by Michelle. And there are the stamps. And once again, the image of winter. Thank you, Michelle. And this one here comes from Austria. We've got a still life. And it says, hope you're well, enjoying post-crossing. Have a good day, Friedrich. Thank you so much. And there's the stamp. This one arrived today, and it comes from Switzerland. It's a 1000 postcard. It's just beautiful. It says, best wishes from Switzerland. I don't get many cards from Switzerland, so this one's really special. It comes from Sunny, and she also likes 1000 postcards. And it says, hopes this card makes you smile. And there are the stamps. I really like this one here. Right, you've got the Swiss emblem there, so I appreciate that. Thank you, Sunny. All right, that's it for the official ones that I have from Postcrossing. The next ones are direct swaps and a few surprise mail that came through. And the first one is one of those surprises. It says, my brother and I joined Postcrossing this spring and are loving it all. We even attended the National Coin and Stamp Show on April 15th in Mississauga, which is in Ontario. And picked up this card there and thought you might like it. Love your channel. Thank you, Leanne. So very cool. You can see all the dates of all the different shows that are taking place from the Syracuse Stamp Show and all the other places in between. Oh, and there are the Canadian stamps. A couple older ones there. Actually, I haven't even seen those ones before, so can't tell you what year those ones came out, but very cool. And this one arrived today, Creativity. It's in a plastic thing here. I didn't take it out because it's taped on the back, so I didn't want to wreck the card. So this comes from Kathy in Ontario. She did a great job getting some Lego Star Wars images and putting them all together and being very creative with it. Talks about time she had with her family and some of the cooking things that she did. There is the relatively new stamp there, the mother and a child. And hasn't been canceled because it was in this plastic wrapper, so they couldn't do anything with it. Thank you, Kathy. I have another Tausendchen postcard. This one comes from Austria and comes from Carl. Some amazing buildings. Would love to visit and see these all in person. You can see how it sparkles. And the greatest thing about this one here is the stamp. And that's Carl. He says he's on the stamp. So they must have a similar program where you can create your own stamps. Either that or he's just been recognized in Austria for some reason. All right, Carl, leave me a message on it. Let me know exactly how you got your image on a stamp. Thank you so much. This next card comes from Media in Finland. It is from the Finnish Hockey Hall of Fame. And here we've got Saku Koivu down here. He was one of my favorite Montreal Canadiens growing up, and we even talked about naming our unborn first child Saku. A little bit in jest, but just because baby Saku sounded really cool. You've got some other notable players on there like Timo Solani and Jari Kurri's there. So lots of great Finnish hockey players have come through and made their mark. And there is the stamps on the back. And it's a pretty huge card too. I like that. I've been sending a few of those long cards out that I got in Quebec. And so it's nice to get one too. All right, this next card comes from Michelle in England. We've been doing monthly swaps of cards, and May was May flowers. So she got creative and she put baking flour on there as well as regular flour. Love the creativity. And on the back, we've got flower stamps and flower stickers. So thank you, Michelle, for that. This next one comes from Katja in Sweden. And there's a picture of Stockholm. It just looks amazing. Love the colors. I can just imagine walking in amongst there and finding cafes of great things to eat. And there are the stamps, uncanceled on the back. So come all the way from Sweden and never been canceled. Thank you, Katja. This next card didn't quite come as far. It says Key West in Florida, but it actually comes from Kyler in Prince Edward Island, but he spent a lot of time traveling down to Key West, and tells me a few of his memories on the back. And you can see the really cool cancellation, even though this was mailed in Canada. You can use an older stamp there, but you can see the small post office stamp. It's called the smallest post office in the USA on the Florida Trail. Key West, Florida. And then we have this Ahsoka card. Ahsoka from Star Wars. This comes from Lewis in Dubai. And he puts his greetings on the back. Always has a nice stamp with the extra bit around the stamp too. I like that. Great cancellation marks. Themed stickers that go with it. So if you've got a Star Wars card, you usually put Star Wars stickers. As in this one here, he sent a second card, Batman. This one got chewed up by the post a little bit on the way. We've got Two-Face down there. And he's got more Batman stickers and lots of cool stamps. Another Batman sticker. It's always very nice and warm in the United Arab Emirates. It was 35 when he sent this card. 33, a nice mild day when he sent that one. So thank you, Lewis, for those cards. This next one comes from Zach in the United States. This is the flag of the city of Chicago. He's getting ready to move there for a new job. So he thought he'd send me one last card from his old address. There's the forever stamp. And pretty soon he'll be in Chicago. This next one is a Looney Tunes card. We got the Roadrunner there with Wile E. Coyote, always getting defeated by the Roadrunner. This comes from Judy in Florida, and she's turned it into a bit of a maxi card because there's the matching stamp that goes with it, and she's included all these other stamps as well. Judy's a great stamp collector as well, so I appreciate all that she does and the support that she gives me as well. All right, this next card comes from Hans in Germany. And you can see a collection of older German stamps all over this card. But on the flip side, he's new release card with the cancellation that matches the stamp. New release card. I said new release stamp. That's what I should have said, with the cancellation that matches the stamp. Thank you so much, Hans, for this. And it's nice to kind of go through and look at all the stamps that are on the other side too. It'll take you forever to figure out which ones are there. All right, moving along. This one, got to cover up the address, is a nice meetup card. This comes from David in San Francisco in the United States, and he went to a meetup in California, and you can see all the people that were there. It was hugely attended. There's a lot going on there. There are the stamps that he used. Someone recently asked me about meetups, and I didn't know if I was going to do any this year. There is one going to be happening in Fredericton, New Brunswick in July, and I'm going to try to arrange my calendar around so I can go to it. So I may be having a meetup video coming up about that. I want to thank Sophia in Montreal. She's coming down. She's putting it together again. So she hosted and organized the 3 last year that were in the Maritimes. She's going to do one in New Brunswick, and I believe she's doing one in Newfoundland. I'm not going to get to the Newfoundland one, but I'm going to try my best to get to the Fredericton, New Brunswick one this time around. All right, this next card comes from Joyce, and we've got a Vegas card. So Joyce is in Las Vegas. She has her own YouTube channel, Snail Mail Time with Joyce, so you can check that out if you like. And she just reached out to me because she's been watching my YouTube channel, and she thought she'd send me a postcard. She's recently gotten back into postcrossing again. I love it. I mean, it's a bit of a 3D type texture, a bit of a metallic type texture postcard. If you're into touching things, you might enjoy this. It's got lots of raisedness to the buildings and things, so very cool. Love this card. And there's the forever stamp. So thank you, Joyce, for reaching out and sending me a message. All right, this next card is a 3D one from Australia. And that's about all I can tell you about this because there is no information on the back. I don't know who sent it. Maybe that's the point. There's the Australian stamp. But thank you. I do have a sister, Janet, who lives in Australia. Maybe it's come from her, I don't know, but if she did, why she didn't write anything beside it. But yeah, thank you for that. All right, we have this card, or envelope, comes from Amber. And there's the stamp, and we've got some stickers on there. She has, get the right card. She sent 2. One is an answer to a question. And this one here is a Postcrossing meetup card. She says she figured she'd send this to me because she designed and helped. Try that again. This is one that she designed. So there you have it. It's the picture of the Capitol building in Springfield, Illinois, which is about an hour and 45 minutes from where she lives. She also included an answer to this month's question, which we'll talk about at the end of the video as well. I won't show the answer because that will come up in the future. This next one comes from Linda in Georgia, another envelope. And 1974 sticker on there. And here is the postcard that she sent. She did send another little surprise in there as well. There's some stamps, as she is also another fantastic stamp collector and contributor to this channel, which she's done once again. So you're gonna have to wait to see what she sent in this envelope for another video. And then lastly, I got an envelope that kind of made me scratch my head a little bit. It's this one. Comes from Plush Bat Fan, and we're in Arizona. And inside there is no postcards. There are no stamps or anything like that. This single letter that is typewritten, except for what's at the top, which says first letter from USA. So I'm not sure what first for who or for what. And it just goes on to say what the price of gasoline was in their area between October 22nd and April 30th, which said the average price was $4.99 a gallon, and all the way up to 5.04 cents a gallon. And then it does the conversion from $1 US, which is $1.35 Canadian at that time. 1 gallon equals 3.785 liters. So right now I did the conversion based on that math. We pay $5.90 a gallon compared to there. So he's still getting a bargain. He's looking at it as being overpriced and what gas costs. Yeah, we pay a lot more than that still. But I'm not sure what I can do to help. I'm here in Canada. I'm not in charge of gas prices, or I'm just very curious about it. Now, I did look up his name. He has a YouTube channel as well. He does video game things, it looks like. So I'm not sure what it has to do with gasoline. But if you happen to be Plush Bat Fan and you want to elaborate why you sent this to me, and I mean, I enjoy getting mail from people that are watching. I won't put it back, but if there was something, a question or something that was supposed to go with it, let me know. I appreciate that. So that is all my mail that I got this week, quite a bit. I'm very happy with what's turned out and some of the things we've got still to do in the future. We did have a new stamp that was issued this week, so I've got a video coming up shortly on that. Maybe even today, we shall see. There might be a 2 for one of these days. Tomorrow is That Dad Guy Answers. So any questions you left on last Saturday's video, I'll answer those tomorrow. So you have till the end of tonight to get those answers in, or get those questions in, and I'll have them answered for you. And then we also have one last week before I start reading the responses to the question I asked you. And tune in tomorrow and I will repeat that question in case you're someplace local and you want to quickly send something in. If it doesn't get here by the first Saturday of the month, I usually do respond and read those answers throughout the month until the next one comes up. So not to worry, if it doesn't make it here on time, I still will read it in the future. So that's what I have going on. You guys make sure you're subscribed, like, comment, share with your friends, do all the fun things like that. Give a thumbs up if you enjoy it, and have yourself a magical week. What, Polo? You say like, subscribe, share, and tell all your friends?
Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy?